Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drusilla Shay, if you don't know already. For today's video, I am going to be talking about how I get my curls to pop. I get a lot of questions about my hair. How do I get my hair so curly, so defined? I don't just wake up like this. I really have figured out what works for me, my kind of hair over the years. Trust and believe me when I say my wash and goes did not always look like this. And also, you're looking at a day 7 wash and go. Day 7. Look at these curls. Look at these curls. And of course, you know, there's some frizzies here. I'm just gonna show y'all the real. Of course, I could have added some product here to, you know, clean it up for this video, but I just wanted to show y'all the benefit of having a really defined hairstyle. It really can stretch for an extremely long period of time. I went from having like 3-day wash and goes to literally 7 days, and I can definitely take this into, you know, almost another full week, right, with some touch-ups. So I just wanted to share with you all how I get my hair to be this defined. So if you are interested, keep on watching. So one of the things that is incredibly important when it comes to having a defined hairstyle is hydration. Hydration. That means H2O. Water needs to be in the picture before you add your product. For me, that has been the key. Before, I used to do wash and goes on like damp hair, and it never allowed me to achieve that really defined hair. The hydration is really important because it also opens up your cuticles and allows your hair to receive of that product that you're about to put in. But what I found out is that sometimes having damp hair is not enough. Like having really wet hair, sometimes drenched hair, works really well with a lot of these curl defining products. And so if you are really trying to achieve an extremely, you know, curl defining hairstyle, more specifically a wash and go, then hydration needs to be in the picture, and lots of it. Do not be scared of letting your hair drip. Don't be scared if you're using a spray bottle to just keep on spraying until your hair is soaking wet, because that is going to help in retaining that product that you put in there and allowing your hair to get to the curliest state that it can get to. So hydration is key. I mean, your water bill may go up a little bit, but just know that it's all gonna be worth it. Okay, so next up, what is incredibly important is using the right products. For everybody, it may look a little bit different because I cannot sit here and say that all products are gonna work very well for everybody. We're different people, we have different bodies. Our bodies, our hair is gonna respond to things very differently, even if we do have similar hair types, right? And so I just want to put that disclaimer out there, but just know that finding the right products that works for you is extremely key. What works popularly when it comes to creating a curl defining type of hairstyle is actually using a product that is curl defining. That is something that I used to mess up on in the past. I used to think that if this is a product for natural hair, if it's a custard, a curl aid, a curl butter, or curl moisturizer, as long as it's for natural hair, it's supposed to make my hair curl. Absolutely not true. Not all products are meant to do that. Just because it's labeled as a curl product, a curl moisturizer, a curl butter, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make your hair extremely curly. It's probably going to help a lot with moisture, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna get that definition. What you need are curl defining products. Products that are like curl gels, curl mousses, you know, things that actually say that they are meant to define your curls. If not, you're gonna find yourself a really subpar curls that don't really pop as much as you want them to. I used to do a lot of my wash and goes with like whatever I had in my cabinet, which were a lot of hair butters, honestly. And I thought as long as I add my water and my products and I just let it dry, it should be fine. Definitely not the case, especially when my hair dried down. It tends to dry down more on the puffy side. My curls did not last, and I just found myself having to do another style the next day or 2 days later. So make sure that if you actually want super defined curls, you get yourself a curl defining product. If y'all are interested in me making a video with my favorite curl defining products, just let me know down in the comments, because at this point I built up a little list of the ones that work extremely well for me. So if you're interested, just let me know down below. Now next up, this method or this tip is going to help a lot with people who struggle to bring out their curls. What you can try doing is finger curling or shingling, as they call it, which is using my fingers to actually go through section by section and curl my hair. Now, this is tedious, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This is not my preferred method of styling my hair. I don't enjoy shingling. Like, if I don't have to do it, I won't do it. Thankfully, some of these curl defining products work so well for my hair. I don't even need to shingle because it just makes my curls pop like crazy. This is an example, right? I didn't even have to shingle this. It was not necessary. But there are some products that I come across that, you know, I feel like you can use a little bit extra help in order to get my curls to pop to that maximum capacity. The reason why I keep saying, you know, getting my curls to pop to the max or, you know, to its fullest potential is because that is what's going to give you that longevity in your hairstyle. If your curls are not fully defined by the time you finish your hair, chances are it's not going to take you that far. So think about it this way: the more your curls pop, right, the more defined it is, the longer you're going to be able to have that style in. Again, when it comes to shingling, it can take a while, especially if you have a lot of hair on your head. You're gonna be there for a minute. However, this is a method that helps a lot. Also, I do have a video on how I keep my wash and goes, how I maintain them. So if you're interested, I'll also link that down in the description box for you to check out. Next up, this is so important. So important, okay? I learned that when it comes to getting my curls to not only pop, but to stay popped, I cannot manipulate my hair whatsoever until my hair is fully dry. What I used to do is sometimes I would do my wash day, and then after I apply my products, then I start playing around my hair, or if my hair is not fully dry, I would still go ahead and style it. Next thing you know, I see some frizz. Once you start playing around with your hair and it's in the process of drying, you are going to be taking away those curls. Just be patient. This was also a hard thing for me to do because when I'm doing my wash and goes, a lot of times I start off with hair to my chin, and then you will just start seeing my hair shrink up and shrink up and shrink up. All the length disappears. It used to always frustrate me, so I would just go in with a pick and I would just start picking out my roots. I was just so anxious for that length to come back. But at the end of the day, I just learned to be patient and to wait to stretch my hair. You can always stretch your hair after your hair has dried. I do have a few ways that I stretch my hair. If you want me to make a video on that as well, I can let you know. So just go ahead and let me know if you want me to share in the comments. But anyway, I had to learn to wait. And most importantly, I do not sleep with my hair wet. Don't do it. You're gonna wake up looking like Frederick Douglass. I know a lot of people diffuse their hair, blow dry their hair. You decide how you want your hair to dry. However, what I'm saying is please not touch your hair before it dries. And that's also why I had mentioned in one of my videos, when I'm doing my wash and goes, I choose my parts before I finish putting in my product, because I know that changing my part, I'm gonna have to create some frizz, but you wanna try to avoid manipulation as much as possible. So my last point, speaking of manipulation can be tricky if you have not mastered how to do it well and carefully. So something that I had to learn was the art of stretching my hair without messing up my curls. Again, if you want me to get into a video on how I stretch my hair, I can definitely do that. But just know that I used to mess up my curls because I was stretching it wrong. I used to literally like comb out my curls thinking that this is how I just make my hair fuller. But in the process, I was literally just combing out all the definition. But just know that there is a way to increase that hair volume while still keeping the definition. This applies also to styling your hair. You have to be careful with how you're parting your hair, how you're handling your hair while you still have the curls in. Alrighty, y'all. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on my tips. Do you also have tips of your own on how to really make your curls pop? Let me know down below in the comments. Let's make this a conversation. Before you go, okay, there's this red subscribe button. I'm gonna need you to go ahead, press that, okay? Join the family, and please go ahead and press that bell notification button so that anytime I post, you'll be up to date. God bless you, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Toodaloo.